The Palm Springs Power Baseball Organization is participating in Out Bullies. It's bullying awareness and literacy program for schools in the Coachella Valley. One of the biggest problems a child faces today is bullying, and that's according to a new study by UCLA. You know, bullies are everywhere. In schools, on the internet, in sports, and on playgrounds. Bully influence can affect and shape a young child's future views of life, especially in youth sports, where sports should be a fun and growing experience. And the numbers continue to rise every month. It's estimated that 160,000 children miss school every day due to fear of attack or intimidation by other students, and the source for this is the National Education Association. American schools harbor approximately 2.1 million bullies and 2.7 million of their victims, says Don Olwis of the National School Safety Center. That means 1 in 7 students in grades kindergarten through 12th is either a bully or a victim of bullying. How do we work together to make schools and communities safer? 56% of students have personally witnessed some type of bullying at school. 15% of all school absenteeism is directly related to fears of being bullied at school. Long before he became an American hero, Michael Phelps experienced life from a far more humbling and painful perspective. He was the object of scorn and torment at the hands of bullies. While heading into middle school in Baltimore, young Michael was a hyperactive kid with ADHD and protruding ears. He was an easy target for bullies at a vulnerable age. His mom, Debbie, says Michael wore baseball hats all the time, in part to try to conceal the size of his ears, but it didn't work. Other kids continually swatted his ears and made fun of them. It was very frustrating at the time, Phelps said. I always told him to be the stronger person and walk away, recalled his mother. But he got to a point where he hauled off and decked somebody, and he got suspended from school. In retrospect, some of those adolescent difficulties probably helped Phelps in the pool. The pool was a place to release energy and unleash frustrations. And if kids picked on him on dry land, he'd made sure nobody could stay with him in the water. Big Ears, funny name. President Obama says he had to endure being bullied too. He says he endured schoolyard harassment because of his large ears and funny name. And he wants today's students to know bullying is unacceptable. What can the Palm Springs Power do? They'll be working with an organization called LuckySports Incorporated, a non-profit organization that has launched a national campaign against bullying, employing baseball as a vehicle to help young people understand the serious consequences of bullying and to create interventions that can reduce or even eliminate it. LuckySports worked closely developing the Out Bullies program with Richard Astro, Ph.D., a director of education and service programs for the New York Mets. Students at Binghamton's Horace Mann Elementary School got a visit from some local celebrities, players from the Binghamton Mets, Dr. Astro said. The players stopped by the school to read to students and to speak to them about the importance of combating bullying. The players say they hope their influence will help the kids make smart decisions. Each year, the New York Mets organization offers to get involved in our schools, says Peter Stewart, principal of Binghamton's Horace Mann Elementary School. And if we don't take them up on the offer, they'll go to another district. I'd hate to have that happen. As you saw on May 11th, he said, These young men are very caring, professional, and great with the students. It's a great opportunity for our schools. The message is simple at Horace Mann Elementary: more reading and less bullying. Students heard the message from several BMETS players visiting the Binghamton School. The players read some of their favorite childhood books to students, hoping they will read 15 minutes a day for 20 days. And if they do, the kids get free tickets to a BMETS game. For some students, the message goes further than academics. Our students in grades 2 and 3 will be writing stories related to bullying, says Horace Mann Principal Peter Stewart, and we're going to be working with the Mets on reading and anti-bullying. The principal says the elementary school serves as the foundation for not just education, but character building as well. Mark Cahoon, Binghamton Mets pitcher, said, "You get to see the kids from the field. When they're in the stands, they might get an autograph, but to come here and be in person right up close with them, get to interact with them, gosh, it makes a huge difference. And if that means one kid changing their life, then it's all worth it." According to Dr. Astro, our BMETS players loved doing the Strikeout Bullies program here. We had a pitcher from Panama today who got shelled last night and told the class that his manager could have been a hoodoo and trashed him. But he was like Coach Wiffle and said, forget it. Just go back out there. Next time work harder with spotting your pitches. That's why your baseball bully book is so perfect for the program. Along with their personalized book autographed by a BMETS player, the students and their families were treated to a free BMETS game and a free hot dog for their participation in the Strikeout Bullies program. Useful initiatives to prevent and stop bullying have reduced bullying by 15 to 50%. The most successful initiatives involve the entire community of teachers, the staff, parents, students, and community members. And that's where the Palm Springs Power organization comes in with their Strikeout Bullies program. Players from the Power will be reading a LuckySports book about baseball and bullying to 2nd and 3rd graders. They'll discuss what they've read with the students and ask them to share their ideas about bullying as it is portrayed in the book. Fortunately, the folks at LuckySports have published Spanish-language versions of some of their books, including the one we'll be using about baseball. That will enable our Latin players to read and discuss the book with Spanish-speaking students in the schools which we visit. We'll give students a workbook in which they can write their own interpretations of the story we've read to them and read with them. Then, when we return to the school, we'll discuss what they've written and make suggestions as to how they might improve their work. Once they've finished, we'll collect their workbooks and review their work with our comments. Finally, we'll bring the children to the ballpark and honor them on our field before the game. At that time, they'll be given a copy of the book they've written along with their picture, plus much more. In this way, each student will have a memento of their time with us, and we'll have a genuine effort to stop bullying. And we'll even get Rocky the Ram to help. Will we solve every bullying problem in the Coachella Valley schools? Well, of course not. But given the esteem in which we as professional athletes are held by young people, we can, and we will, make a difference. We're baseball players, first and foremost. That's what we do, and that's what we love, here in Palm Springs and everywhere we play the game.